Hello friends, this is Holmes, a first-time farmer over 50. Welcome to the homestead. So this was the area I was working on over the last couple of weeks, just moving down the hill, part of the 6-acre project. Done a lot of thinning of the smaller stuff. Still a few trees up through there that need to come down, but we're just kind of hitting the most important ones, or the easiest ones, or a combination of both, whatever. And this is the area that I just finished up. So there were 3 trees that I cut down, 3 maple trees. There's one right there, you can see the stump. Then there was one down there in the wash, actually 2 down there in the wash, one over there. And there was a 4th one that I had mentioned, and it was part of that white oak right there, a fork in the tree that had been long dead, and you can now see that laying down there in the wash. And it was I dropped it perfectly. So I thought we'd take a quick walk around just so you can kind of see how things look. This is looking straight north, up toward the road, up toward the top of the ridge. House is over to the left. Northeast pasture is in that direction. And here's the maple that I dropped, and it went right in that direction. So the top of it, just basically lopped the top of it off and then cut up the trunk, and there's a few branches that needed to come off. Everything went into the wash except for the main trunk, and it's in that pile there. So it gave me some decent firewood for the future. And then this one here, these things always concern me, these dead trees. You never know what they're going to do. You never know how solid they are. So I always take it very cautiously when I'm cutting these down. This thing's probably maybe in the neighborhood of 18 to 20 feet long. It's fairly solid. It hits. You heard it hit. It was solid. And you can see this is about 15 inches in diameter, and the interior is pretty solid. Exterior is a little bit soft, but it would make some decent firewood. I might get down here and cut it up at a later date, who knows, but for right now, I'm content that if it just stays right here in the wash, pushing down all the branches that I've thrown in here previously, helping to slow down the water. Perfectly content with that. And you can kind of look up through the valley here and just see all of that organic carbonaceous material that's all up through there to help slow down the water, help stop erosion. So that's what this one was, and then we had 2 over here. This is a nice little flat area, kind of make a nice pass through right through here. So I haven't filled anything in there. I might put a log or 2. It kind of drops off right about here at maybe about, I don't know, 12 to 15 inches or so. Right there is there's a little waterfall. I might put a log perpendicular to this log here, going right through there, just to help slow it down before it gets to that drop-off part. So we'll see. And then you can see the stump on the one tree right there. And that one I dropped straight up the hill here, and it's all been cleared up. Part of it's in this pile as well, primarily the top. You see all these little branches coming off of it. That's that one. So it was not as big as the other one. And then this one over here was actually on the other side of the wash, but I thought it was best that it come down first before I cut these down, because I didn't want anything to get caught up. So I dropped it. It fell right over there. Got it cut up. I left probably about maybe an 8-foot piece of the trunk just laying right there. You can see the green ribbon on it still. And then all the branches are down in there. And there's a few branches on that side of the wash from the first maple that I cut. You can kind of see the top of it here. So when I get over to that side of the wash to do some clearing next summer, all of that'll end up back down here. And this is looking up the hill. You can see where everything was. Looking good. It's bring you up to date on where we are. So we certainly appreciate you watching. Please hit like and subscribe and ring that bell. And we look forward to seeing you again in the future. But if not, we will see you in the pasture.